I'm in a slump on my TikTok account where, you know, when you're losing weight and
Well, Adriel, I figured it'd be appropriate that I use your filter. Well, it's not your filter, but you know, guess I sort of look like you. Much better, but anyway. So you say you're in a slump because you're finally you're at peace where you're at in your life. You call how you live peace? Yeah, you live in a big rented apartment. You make a shit ton of money, unrightfully so. But I wouldn't say your life is anything but non-peaceful. I mean, every other video I see is you yelling at your kids, embarrassing your kids, shaming your kids. You say that your kids are happy? I just saw a video last night of your 9-year-old daughter calling your 12-year-old daughter a bitch. And you stood there with no reaction. You didn't talk to her. You didn't scold her. Nothing. You allowed that horrendous behavior to happen. And then you say, oh, should I talk about my past? Would people like that? Well, the problem with you, Adriel, is we all know most of your past already. Do you really want to talk about how you showed images to a teenage boy? No, I don't think so. So yeah, talking about your past wouldn't work either. You know, there's so much I could say to you, Adriel. I really implore you to go watch at least my videos from the other night, New Year's Eve, because I made a video especially for you. And it was a video that I felt was important enough to make. You see, I was supposed to work New Year's Eve. Every year I have rang in the ball with my boys, all of them. But my youngest this year took it very hard when he found out I was leaving and I would not be back before the ball dropped. And he said, Mom, you've never missed the ball. We've always rang it in. He's 11. You know, your video where you stated that kids between 9 and 12 are horrendous. Well, my 11 and 12-year-old are amazing kids. They never, nor have they ever, acted like your kids. But they're not in a chaotic environment. Anywho, back to the story. So, I went to work. You know, an actual job. I went to work, and it was super busy, being New Year's. And I made a shit ton of money. Nothing compared to you. I mean, it's freaking pennies in a bucket compared to what you make, but at least mine is honest. But anyway, I made a ton of money. And as the hours went on, I started really thinking, I need to go home. My son's mental health and his well-being is more important to me than money will ever be. Something you clearly don't get. So, I got back and I said to my boss, listen, it's super important to my kid that I leave and that I'm there for the ball to drop. I'll stay as late as you need me to be, but I need to leave here by 11:15 so I can be home in time. And he said, absolutely. You closed the night before for us when you weren't supposed to, so absolutely. So I left all that good money that I could have made, and I went home, and I surprised my son. And do you know what he said when I walked through the door? You made it. And my husband said, see, I told you Mom wouldn't disappoint you. You see, Adriel, in my life, money isn't everything. Money is wonderful, but it's not everything. My kids' health and well-being is far more important to me and worth every penny that I lost. You really should take quite a few lessons out of my book. You see, you think that your kids are happy with all the money that you're making, and they have this big house, and they have everything that they want and then some. But I guarantee you, if and when, God willing, TikTok gets banned, and you have to go back to work like a regular human being, and possibly very well likely end up back on food stamps, and be humble, not the humble that you think you are now, because that's not what humble means. But if you go back to that situation and you start spending more time, quality time with your children, like sitting down for dinner and eating dinner with them, talking to them about how their day is going, spending time with them all throughout the day, not while you're on live on your phone, glued to your phone, making the people in that phone more important to you than your own children. Guarantee you, once you strip all that away, the house, the money, the gifts, the you being on the phone 24/7, and you get back to being a regular mom, if that ever happens, I guarantee your children would be much happier. You see, children, they don't really care where they live. They really don't care at the end of the day that they have everything and anything that they need. What they really want is their mom and their dad to be there for them, to love them, support them, encourage them, teach them, be a good role model for them, none of which you are doing. And FYI, none of my business, but I do see Sven's father on this app, and there is no denying that that's his daddy. Mark my words, when he's old enough to find out, which he really is now, and you really ought to be cautious that he doesn't learn the hard way, he is going to hate you for lying to him all these years. Trust and believe me, he will resent you and hate you for not telling him that that's his dad. You don't have that right. So I really hope that in this time of you thinking, which you're failing because of who you are. You're failing because people are sick of your lies, your bullshit. You're throwing the amount of money that you make in people's faces and then coming on saying, I'm so honest and humble. Oh, I feel so bad that I was once where you all are. I get it, I'm not entitled. And then the very next day, bitching to people about them saying something about you ordering groceries home, and you saying, sorry if you don't have the money to afford to do that. You see, Adriel, that's not being humble. That's being a bitch. So, you made the video. You unblocked me for some reason. I don't know why. But you made the video asking what you should do. And I'm here to tell you. Get off TikTok. Put down the phone. Spend time with your kids. Come on TikTok when your kids are asleep. I know you won't listen to me. It's going to take TikTok getting shut down and you being truly humbled for you to get it. But it might be too late for your children and for you to repair that damage you are creating currently. I warned you.